So every clips on each channel strip, I'm going to bounce by, highlighting this way. Bounce to clips. Now everything is bounced to clips. So with this one, I'm loading in drum replacer. This is one of our Cakewalk great plugins for editing. I'm uploading the drum replacer on every clips, but we approach everyone one after the other. Now that my drum replacer is loaded, I'm going to sampling. Okay, let's check it from here. Alright, so I'm going by adding the root toms on the drum replacer. Okay. Alright, I'm going to drum replacer, drums. This is the tom I'm going to select. So by dragging into the folder here, let's hear how it sounds. Okay, let's hear the original toms. Okay, let's hear the sample. This is how I'm going to use it, and I'm going to make sure I get a signal. By this one, I'm going to adjust the filter here to see the sample I want to replace. Okay, if you can see this, I've already gotten my signal here. Let me go, let's check. I have to confirm everything. If my clips already showing up, I have to eliminate that. Okay, so okay, this is exactly what I needed. So I think I'm having the signal all around by what I just did. So that means I'm going to add more clips. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm going to confirm everything. So the last stage. Okay, this one is done. So I'm going to go on the next toms. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is resampling the mid tom. I'm going to go by this one. Okay, so it's already on default setting as usual, root kick. So I'm going to down this one, low toms, root toms. Okay, then I'm going to load in my own sample I created. Okay, this is good for me. So this is what I'm going to load in. So the next thing I'm going to do is to make sure the drum replacer detects all signal on my track. So this one's already detecting the clips. Okay. Alright, so quickly I'm going by confirming everything. Confirming this one. Alright, it's going well. Alright, let's listen to this one. Okay. Without. Alright. So I don't need more of that because the other things is coming on. So that's a bleeding underneath. So it's giving me a clean clip. Okay, I'll need to adjust the threshold a bit down so it can bring out the signal from that. Okay, I still need to adjust more of that. I'm being careful of adjusting the threshold because it's working like a compressor. So I'll rather, let me see if I can, okay, I think this is still better. The frequency which is there, so the filter already detected the frequency there, and it's not going to affect the rest. So it's giving me within the range of the frequency. So that's what that is still within. Okay, I can now adjust this one. Okay, lastly, all right. Okay, let's listen to them here. Okay, we'll listen to the two of them together. Let me open up this one. Okay, again, I think I'm going to replace the sample here. Instead of this, that is too high. So let me use this one. Again, listen. Okay, that's better. So now I already resampled the two toms, the high and the mid tom. So I'm going to work on the floor tom. Big bang. Okay, the next thing I'm going to work on the floor tom. I already gotten high tom, mid tom. So let's work on the low tom. So with the same procedure, I'm going to go on everything. So let's check for the low tom. So I'm going to go with loading the root toms, low toms, root toms. So my tom is this. Alright, this is what I'm going to use. And again, I'm going to adjust the filter to detect the frequency which is going to work on. Okay, already detecting the signal. Let's listen to it. So without the plugin. So that's a floor tom without the sample. And with the sample now. So in a quick time, I'm going to confirm my signal. Oh no, so I'll need to adjust the threshold to bring the weak signal up. So this is the reason why I'm adjusting the threshold. But I wouldn't want to do much of the threshold because to me it's acting like a compressor. So it's more of a dynamic. This one. Okay. But let's quickly listen to this one, the way it sounds before I do anything. So I know the next one is bleeding, so that's why I already did that. Okay, so I'm done with the sampling of the toms. Listen to the last one. These are my toms. So, but we'll listen to everything before I go to the next step. Let's listen to everything together where the toms really works much. Again. So, these are my toms. It's not done yet. The toms I sampled there is from another drums, different size and different pitch. The next thing I'm going to do is compare with the original tom recorded, and I'm going to add a pitch shifter to match up with the recorded toms that I sampled from. Now that I'm done with the sampling, I'm going to render the drums. So going to effects region, drum replacer, render region effects. After this one, I'll listen to everything together. Then I'll be able to know, okay, which tom am I applying the pitch shifter to match up with the same frequency of the signal that I extracted the toms from. Because when everything is playing together, if you are hearing the toms from the overhead and you are hearing another pitch, it won't make good sense. So I'm going to apply pitch shifter on any of the toms that are needed. So that's the next thing I'm going to do. Now my sample is done. So you will know that I just did the sampling if you are hearing or seeing the clip now. So I've done the trick, I've done the magic now. So let's go on now to check what's next. Let's listen to this one. Okay, that's it now. So I'm going to listen to the overhead toms. I'm going to start with the high tom. So if the tom is matching each other, I'll leave it. But if it's needed to be adjusted, I'm going to do that. Now let's listen to the drums, the overhead and the toms. Let's compare, and then I'll add the sound shifter. Then I'll do the pitch shifting to match up with each other, and let's see how it's going to sound like. Okay, I need to loop this section. Okay, let me solo. Okay, listen to the overhead toms first. Okay, let me remove. You can hear that. Now listen to the new toms that I just created. Now listen to them together. So now I'm going to load in the pitch. I think I have one in the recent list. So this one is going to match to tone. So okay, here listen to before again. Now after. Okay, listen to the tom now. You can hear and compare to the new pitch. Now listen once again. Listen to the first tom. Now listen to the new sample. This is without the sound shifter. Now with the sound shifter. Okay, listen to them together. So this is exactly how it's going to sound like. If you are doing the sampling, if you create any sample, you can find any sample you like from any drum sequencer or however you got your sample. This is one of the secrets. This is one of the thing I developed myself. Okay, how will I be able to do the sampling? Okay, if the drums I'm resampling, if it doesn't match with the toms, the new toms that I'm using to replace it, how do I go about it? Oh, I just remember, okay, I can shift the pitch by using the plugin. Thank God for the plugins that, okay, the Waves plugin makes, so which is helping me here to do the shifting and to match up the frequency with the toms. So by the time I'm through with the mixing, so you barely hear the bad samples there. So you'll be hearing the new toms, the real sample that I created. So the next one I'm going to work on, let's listen to the floor toms, which is the tom 3, how it sounds like on its own. Okay, listen to the overhead toms again. Let's say from this section. Okay, listen to the toms itself. Okay, I think this one match. I think we can go with this one. Okay. Okay. Tom. The overhead tom. Okay, this one is matched. So listen to three of them together. At this period, I've done with the sampling, done with creating additional tones to make the drums full. We'd like to play the music from the beginning. Let's listen to the way the drums sound like.